All right. Well, the WNBA lottery draft has happened, and it looks like the Dallas Wings will be getting the projected number one pick, Paige Bueckers. How do we feel about Paige Bueckers going to the Dallas Wings with Enrique Ogunbowale? Some people are wondering, will Paige get a shot next season? Should she take the rest of her shots at UConn because she might not see the ball in the WNBA? There's an investigation happening, but trust me, this time it's not against, or no one is being investigated in Indiana, especially the big, bad, mean, racist fans in Indiana. No, no, no. There's another investigation happening, and it's in Seattle. Jonquel Jones is upset. We're going to talk about that and much more right after the intro. All right, what's up, boys, girls, he's, she's, they, them, we's, or whatever you choose to identify as? Welcome to the W360, your home for all things women's basketball. I'm your host, CJSoFoolish, and welcome to another episode, a Sunday edition. Happy Sunday, everybody. What is going on? Welcome to the W360. What's up, Bonnie, Annette, Rhonda Stewart? I see you in the chat. Michelle, what's going on? Rosanda, I see you in the chat. What's up, Sean and Sade? What's going on, everybody? I see people are coming in now. Happy Sunday and good evening. What's up, Cindy? Good evening. Welcome to the W360. We have a full show ahead today, okay? But we're not going to be here long, okay? Because I do have to get somewhere this evening, so we're not going to be here long. But we have to talk about it. We have to talk about it. If you are a returning viewer and subscriber, guys, thank you. I can't thank you enough. I thank you every episode, and it won't stop. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your support. Thank you for just sharing the show. The show is getting out there. You know, the word of mouth is happening. People are hearing about the W360, so I can't thank the returning viewers and subscribers enough, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whether you're watching live or you're catching the playback, thank you, okay? And if you are new here, whether you're watching the playback or catching the live, subscribe. Subscribe to the W360 and tell a friend and tell another friend, tell your mama, your daddy, your aunties, and your uncles at Thanksgiving dinner. Tell them about the W360. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, okay? So thank you so much, and please spread the word. Thank you for tuning in, okay? What's going on? All right, and if you haven't, shop the W360.com. Get a hoodie that says shut your pie hole. It's a cold world out there, so get your hoodies. Shop the W360.com. More merch is being added as well, okay? All right, let's go ahead and talk about it. It looks like Paige Bueckers is headed to Dallas in April. She'll be heading to Dallas, you know, if things go as planned. Paige, of course, is projected to be the number one pick at the WNBA draft, 2025 WNBA draft. And now the Dallas Wings has acquired that number one pick, okay? The Dallas Wings has the number one pick. Looks like the LA Sparks has the number two pick. Chicago Sky will get the number three pick, and the Washington Mystics will get the fourth pick. So those are your draft picks, guys. And you know, the first question that comes to mind when you think of Paige Bueckers going to the Dallas Wings is if it will be a good fit with Enrique Ogunbowale. Will it be a good fit? Will Paige even touch the ball? If you watch the Dallas Wings, you know Enrique Ogunbowale to shoot the ball a lot. Okay, she's going to take 39 shots a game on a light night. If she's really feeling it, she may take 60 shots a game. It just depends on what type of mood she's in, if she feels like sharing the ball or not. So, how is this going to fit with Paige Bueckers on the court? Arike seems to be excited though. She has just tweeted recently, I just fell to my knees. Thank you, Lord. So now, I mean, it kind of gives some indication. Maybe she feels like now she has some help. I think they could use a lot more help in the post, because I think Tierra McCowan and Kalani Brown, they just are they were very underwhelming this season. If you ask me, both of them are like 7 feet tall, but they just did not dominate enough for me. So now with this, I think now that Paige or the Dallas Wings know which pick they're going to get, now we'll be hearing who the new coach is, because of course they let LT go. It was kind of a shocker to me. I liked Coach Letitia Trammell. I liked her. I keep telling y'all, she looks like someone you could definitely have a cold beer with. She's really cool, positive, laid back. She couldn't help how stinky this season was. Almost everyone on that team was injured. Nonetheless, though, Dallas did get rid of LT. So I think now that they know that Paige will be in Dallas, now we're going to be hearing probably in the next week or so, my opinion, who the new coach for this squad would be. Hire a man, possibly from college, if you ask me. But we shall see. Also, Sato. Now this makes me wonder if Sato will stay in Dallas, because of course she expressed interest earlier in the season that she wanted to go to Indiana. Of course, she's a free agent. But now that she has the opportunity to play with Paige, we'll see. We'll see. I think Sato might change her mind and stay in Dallas. Could certainly use her in Indiana, if you ask me. So yeah, it's going to look up for Dallas. Also, I'm wondering. Did Dallas hire Kurt Miller? I could be getting it mixed up. I mean, all these firings and hirings. Did they hire Kurt Miller? But another thing that I'm wondering is, how is Dallas and that little itty bitty arena going to fit all these fans in it now? Because UConn, they'll go to Dallas. They will travel from Connecticut to Dallas and from all over. They're going to go follow Paige Bueckers. So I know it's a renovation happening. I don't think they're going to be in the new arena. They're moving to downtown Dallas, if I'm not mistaken. So they're not going to be in it this upcoming season. They'll be in it 2026 season. So we'll be hearing, a lot of the games are sold out, but Dallas has a high school arena at this point. It's so small. It's almost the same size of Atlanta's. So we will see. Okay. Nonetheless, shout out to Paige Bueckers and all of Dallas fans. This was a good look for you guys. I know everyone's excited. I'll be going. I'll be attending. Can you guys not hear me good? Lisa says, can you turn up your volume? You guys can't hear me? Here. Okay, can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? You guys can't hear me right now? Okay, you can hear me now? Okay. Is it too low? Let me know if it's too low. I turned the knob the wrong way. Okay, cool. I turned the knob the wrong way. Um, but as I was saying, yeah, I knew that Kirk, he's not the head coach, but I think they were waiting to see if they would get Paige because they have to get a coach that's going to come in and make this team is going to be revolved around Paige Bueckers now. This isn't going to be Enrique's team where she can jack up 90 shots anymore. So they had to wait and see if she would come to this squad. And now I think this is going to narrow down exactly who they're going to choose to be the head coach of this team. And that's what's happening around the WNBA, period. There's a new sheriff in town. Like the older players, I think the WNBA is going to keep riding the wave of these new players that's coming out of college. I mean, these older players, they're kind of getting shifted to the left, to the left. Everybody that's old, move to the left. Here we're here and we're not going anywhere. If you can't get on board, then you're out. To the left, to the left. So it's good to see Enrique is excited because hopefully, she's on board with Paige. Rico's going to have to turn a new page. Seriously. Seriously. That Indiana and Dallas game, I can't wait to attend. Paige versus Caitlin. We'll see how it goes. Seriously. Yes, so Dallas fans, you all have something to look forward to. Also, guys, here's the draft board. ESPNW tweeted this today. We know who the top 4 picks are. Golden State will get the 5th pick. Washington Mystics will get a 6th pick. So Washington is actually going to be who we have to look out for next season as well because they're getting 2 top 10 picks. New York Liberty, they're getting the 7th pick. Indiana, White Jesus is getting the 8th pick. Seattle, if they're still around because they're under investigation now. We're going to get into that next. But Seattle is getting the 8th pick. Chicago Sky is getting, Seattle is getting the 9th pick. Chicago Sky is getting the 10th pick. Minnesota 11th. And the Phoenix Mercury will get the 12th pick. So the draft should certainly be interesting. The draft will be interesting. How are we feeling about the draft, guys? And are we feeling about, are you guys still excited for the upcoming season now that we know, at least have an idea of where the rookies will go? You have Kiki coming out. I think Anissa Morrow, she's definitely going to be a high option. You have Raven Johnson, Tahina Pow, depending on who, decides to go to the draft. All right. We're going to go ahead and move along, guys. Like I said, we're not going to be here today, but I could not let this Sunday go by without talking about the investigation. The WNBA. It was breaking news just a couple of days ago. Last night, the night before last, that Noelle Quinn in the Seattle Storm is being investigated for alleged player mistreatment. Okay, according to reports, a law firm hired by the team is looking into accusations of alleged harassment and bullying by the coaching staff tied to on-court performance since during the 2024 season. The allegations stem from incidents that happened at practice and during games. Apparently, the investigation has been going on or has been active for 2 weeks now. Shout out to Annie. If you don't follow Annie on social media, follow her. She's a WNBA journalist. She's the one that broke the story because, as you guys know, a lot of these media journalists and personnel and analysts, and they call themselves professionals. No one has broke this story because, of course, they don't want it to get out that there's teams being investigated in real life because there has been an agenda pushed all season that Indiana has all this racism going on during the games, and Caitlin Clark fans, they're racist, and the new fans in the league has ruined our culture. Whole time, in real life, this is being covered up. This team, Noel, and this team is being investigated for mistreatment and bullying of your players. Where is Jamel Hill with this article to talk about this? They are trying to sweep this investigation under the rug. Where are all the freedom fighters? Where is Jamel Hill? Jamel? Monica McNothing smart to say? Jamel Hill, Monica McNothing smart to say. Why are you guys not covering this? Shanae Ogwumake? Remember when you were on ESPN and you kept pressuring, you said Caitlin Clark needs to stand up and denounce racism and choose the next president and solve all world wars? Why aren't you guys standing up for the players that were actually being bullied in real life? You all went on TV and demanded, and you went on social media and demanded that Caitlin Clark denounce online trolls on the internet. Why won't you talk about what's actually happening in real life? This actually happened, alleged. Freedom fighters, come on out to play. Come on out. Why are you silent? The WNBPA. Remember when Christine Brennan asked Dejanay a question about a play that happened in the game? Because, that's what journalists do. You guys put your little statement out against the Wall Street Journal and said that you guys don't stand for that. Where is your statement, WNBPA? Why aren't you guys denouncing bullying and mistreatment of your players? This is an activist league, remember? This is activists. You fight for what's right. Well, why are you quiet? Something's not white. Something's not white. Is that why you're quiet? Now, you guys were all over it. Brittany Griner, why you won't come out and talk up for your players, for your fellow players on the other team and denounce? We don't stand for coaches that bully our players. You guys were so quick to come out and say we don't stand for this. Dejanay, your silence is deafening. You all silence is deafening. The same silence that you claim Caitlin Clark was doing. Why don't we hear the statements? What are you on Thanksgiving break? Come on out to play. We are knocking. I mean, this is delicious. Who needs a comedian when the WNBA has all the jokes? The hypocrisy is delicious to to watch this play out. To watch this play out. I will not let it go. I don't care how many people. Tweet and tell me and message me, why don't you just let this go? Because yes, I tweeted. If these allegations were happening in Indiana, and it had anything to do with Caitlin Clark, Jamel Hill, Monica McNothing Smart to say, Shanae Ogwumike, Andrea Carter, and the rest of the freedom fighters, you guys would be demanding justice. You would be demanding that Indiana blackball that organization. You would be making all types of demands, but you're quiet as a church mouse. When it's happening in Seattle. And this looks even worse because this is happening on a team. You don't need a writer. The jokes write themselves. This is happening on a team. Nneka Ogwumike's team is being investigated, and she's the president of the WNBA, the Women's National Basketball Players Association. She's supposed to stand up for the players. Where are you, freedom fighter? And isn't it ironic, the president and the vice president of the WNBA, both of their teams are the ones that's actually being investigated. You can't make it up. The Aces are being investigated because we all know that Becky Hammon allegedly doesn't like pregnancy on her squad. Noelle Quinn is bullying her players, and both of their team members is the president and the vice president of the WNBA. Yet, the WNBA has declined to comment on this investigation, and so has the WNBA. Come on out to play. Shanae, you sat on ESPN and begged new fans to do their homework. You begged new fans to watch your sister at Seattle. Caitlin Clark isn't the only one. You guys need to watch other players. Shanae, you should have been, we did our homework. We learned that there is actual bullying and a lot of mess going on in this league. That's what we learned. That's what our homework is telling us. I expect to see you on First Take, first thing in the morning. I'm going to get up early and have my coffee. Because I know y'all watch. I know, the W360 in real life is making its rounds. I am going to get up extra early and have my CMOS. I'm going to take my biotin and I'm going to pour me some coffee and I'm going to cross my legs and watch. I expect you to release a statement, Shanae, about your sister's team and what's happening. I mean, you guys just give out names in the league. You just call anybody a point guard who never led the league in assists. You just give people positions in your union. You just put out your statements. I mean, this is a mess. I have my own demands. Fired. I want them fired. Both of them off the WNBA board of directors immediately. Other reports online suggest that they are the own team. The team didn't even trust Nneka Ogwumike. They would have team meetings and not include Nneka Ogwumike because of the position she holds and that they knew that she would try to protect the coaches. Who wants to play in an environment like, get them all out the league. Get them all out. Sweep it up. Clean up this league. And that's what the issue was this whole season. I don't care what anyone says. That's what the issue was this entire season. You guys were so upset that millions of people were tuning in because you knew that we would learn about this mess that has been going on. You knew. So you tried to deflect and blame these kids. You called these kids racist and said that they were causing trouble in the league, when in real life, this is delicious. This is delicious. But you know what? I'm not shocked that there's issues going on with this coaching staff in Seattle. I knew it would be some issues going on. I knew it would be issues going on when Noel Quinn hired Pokey Chapman. What is Pokey Chapman still doing coaching in this league? Seriously, people may have forgotten about all the allegations she's had in her past, but I haven't. All of the inappropriate relationships with players and different allegations Pokey Chapman has. So I knew then it would be an issue with that coaching staff. Pokey Chapman has no business coaching in this league. Seriously, that's like letting a pedophile chaperone a third grade field trip. It shouldn't happen. Seriously. Pokey Chapman should not be coaching in this league. And a lot of others that has the questionable past that they have. I said it. Yes, I did. I remember LSU Pokey Chapman. I sure do. Let's talk about it. Pokey Chapman is an assistant coach for the Seattle Storm, but she has a questionable past. A lot of people have forgotten, though. So yes, you can't make this stuff up. They're being investigated now. But shout out to Annie. Shout out to Annie. If Annie don't do nothing else, Annie is going to break the news, okay? She's going to break the news. Annie is one of the few journalists that's working for the WNBA. Now, if you don't know, she's a reporter and journalist that covered the Chicago Sky, but she has done a remarkable job covering just the entire WNBA as a whole. She's one of the few journalists that actually works with integrity and honor. The other journalists, they don't want to touch this story because it's Noel. You know, you don't want to touch Noel because the only stories they touch if it's a Caitlin Clark smear campaign. But she works with integrity and honor. And she breaks the news. It's fair reporting. You know, the other journalists in this league, their bread and butter is race baiting, and they're protecting their players and all the hooping and humping. They don't want to report on that. Annie doesn't give a damn. Thank you, David, for the super chat. Annie don't care. So all the breaking news you hear at the WNBA, it comes from her. She's pretty much the go-to journalist. and reporter. But so yes, there's been other, stories that have came out, but it's through journalists who, in my opinion, isn't credible. They're not credible. So I'm not going to report on it on the W360. But whatever updates Andy provides, you can bet your butt. You can bet that it's, credible news. So whatever update she provides with this investigation, we'll be talking about it here at the W360. Hey, Pokey, we'll be talking about it here at the W360, okay? Hopefully this episode stays up. Seriously, though. We'll be talking about it. I don't know. Now it leaves the question to, will there be another coaching change? I mean, after the investigation, will it be another sweep, sweepity, sweepity, sweep? That remains to be seen. That remains to be seen. Get down. These two are hilarious. Monica made nothing smart to say. Literally has nothing to say. This is funny to me. I am not letting it go. This is funny to me. Monica made nothing smart to say is quiet. She's quiet today. Thank you for the super chat. You're on it today, CJ. I'm hollering. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Love your show, Whitewater Jesus FTW. I'm assuming that means for the win. Thank you. Rhonda says, I hope they all see this. JS says, how does Hammond not get fired yet? I have no idea. It's still an ongoing case, apparently. But, in any other business, when you have allegations like that has those type of buzzwords, mistreatment, discrimination, especially in a women's league, pregnancy discrimination, things like that, you think that's like automatic, grounds for stepping down or termination. Or if a coach has been accused of having inappropriate relationships with their players, you think that they wouldn't be allowed to coach. Especially women again. Not in this league. Anything goes. Anything. That won't last very long, though. Millions of people are watching, and people are demanding that this league be ran like a business and not some girls' friend club that hoop and hop. Where are we at? 34 minutes? Let me see. Okay. It used to be, Monica Midnight this smart say, okay, I'm going to get started to dinner, but I'm still listening, AJ. All right. No, we're about to wrap up, guys. Like I said, I can't be here long today. I got to get to a show this evening. Jonquel Jones is upset. Jonquel Jones is upset. She put out the following tweets. She put out the following tweets. She said, I am who I am. Take it or leave it. My fiance is a pillar and a big part of why I'm successful. If you don't want me to thank her, then don't bring me around. I'm not hiding who I am for anyone. That's it. That's all. She then said, the problem is y'all want to uphold y'all version of Christianity and the sanctity of the country when it comes to people living their truth. Y'all cool with cheating, overindulging in drinking, and whatever else it is, as long as y'all can be homophobic and everything else is cool, right? Accept all of me or none of me. Point blank, period. She ended her rant by saying, I will continue to lead with love and humility, but y'all could miss me with all of the other BS. So Jonquel Jones is upset. I saw on Twitter that she went home recently. If you don't know, Jonquel Jones is from the Bahamas. So she went home to the Bahamas, this past week, and I guess she spent a couple of days back home. And now she put out this rant on Twitter today. And I don't know if I'm putting two and two together. It seems like Jonquel Jones went home, and those Bahamian people said, "No, not here. You no married woman here. No, take it back to America." You take your fancy pants back to America. No. We no accept that here. No. So she's coming to Twitter and Jonquel Jones is upset. So that's the update there. Hey, man. Jonquel. You got to keep it in America, man. You can't. I mean, you're good in basketball, but they don't care about that, Jonquel. You're not in New York. They said no. No here. You take your wife and you go back now. Hey, I believe people should love who they want to love, but when I saw this rant, I'm gonna be honest, this was funny to me. It's the comedy in me. Sorry, I keep telling y'all I have a dark sense of humor, but when I read this, I said, Jonquel, you gotta stay in New York, baby. You gotta stay in New York. No, seriously. People should love who they want to love, but she's upset with her hometown. They said, not on this island. Take your wife and go. No. No here. Some people gonna get mad at me for that. Yep. So yep. Hopefully Jonquel Jones feel better. Sending everyone prayers involved. Sending everyone prayers involved. We love you here in America, Jonquel. Congratulations on the championship and sending you and your upcoming weddings good vibes from the W360. No, we no care about championship. You take that and you go. Get off my island now. Take your wife and go. You know welcome here on this island. Go back to New York. No. No, seriously, all jokes aside, best wishes to Jonquel Jones. She had a great postseason. All right, guys, where we at? 40 minutes. What time is it? Okay, so like I said, we weren't going to be here long, guys. Paige Bueckers is to the Dallas Wings. The big bad racist Caitlin Clark fans laughing once again. Laughing once again. You know, sometimes when you try to dig a hole for someone, you end up falling in it. And right now, the WNBA is falling in that hole. Falling in that hole. It's almost as if the Indiana Fever might have been the only professional organization in the league. All right, says CJ, leave my homie JJ alone. I know, I'm just messing with him. I love Jonquel Jones. These are jokes. These are jokes. I love Jonquel Jones. I root for Jonquel. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up today. We're not going to be here long today. It's Sunday. Definitely, guys, if you are not subscribed, subscribe to the W360. Okay, subscribe to the W360. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend to subscribe. Tell your friends and your aunties and your sister-in-laws and your brother-in-laws that you have to smile with for Thanksgiving, but you really don't like. You just got to tolerate them for the holidays. Tell them. Subscribe to the W360, okay? Subscribe to the W360. Subscribe to the W360. Lisa, thank you, Lisa. Cindy says, JJ rocks. Lisa says, love your humor. Yes, yes, yes. Make sure you shop the W360.com. If you have not, did I talk about everything I wanted to? Well, if not, turn on your notification, guys. If you have not caught the other episodes that I did this past week, make sure you check them out. I'm putting out content throughout the week as well, covering women's college and also WNBA news as well. So I'm definitely doing pre-recorded videos in addition to the live. So if your notifications aren't on, make sure you turn on your notifications. Also, so you can get the live updates. Some people have emailed me and messaged me and said they're not getting the notifications when I go live or post. Wonder why? Not sure. But just make sure your notifications are on. I'll try my best to let people know when I'm going live, okay? Other than that, guys, happy Sunday. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy yourselves. Maintain your peace. And until next episode, peace and soul grease.